Hey there everybody, it's After Beer Stand back again with more forestry action. We're going to get right to it as usual because forestry is a very busy mod and we've got a lot to talk about. Oh, hang on just a second, let me fix my microphone. Okay, that should be a little bit better, I hope. Not down on the floor, out of the way. Went out into the world, found myself some dark oak saplings. That took quite a bit of time. Picked up some jungle saplings along the way, as well as some industrial craft rubber tree saplings, which we'll be using a little bit later, and then some other things, including these acacia saplings that I scooped up early in the map. So we'll be putting those to use. Let's do that right now. Oh, first of all, you cannot crossbreed these trees until they've been trealized. As you will see, this is a Minecraft sapling until you trealize it, and now it is a forestry sapling. In order for it to work, matures faster. That's a good trait. In order for it to work in the tree farm or in any of the crossbreeding, we have to trealize these first. Nothing super great there. Let's see what the acacia brings. Not much, really. Supports nuts. So if we remember right, we needed to breed dark oak saplings with jungle saplings. Let's make sure that that's correct. Our first goal was the balsa tree. Balsam fir. Also sapling. We get that with teak and acacia, which is dark oak and jungle. Yes, so we are correct. Let's go down and plant us a couple of trees right quickly. Here's one over here. And one of them guys. And one of those guys. And I don't think we have any bone meal on hand, and the watering can takes a little while, so we're just going to let those guys go. Let's check on our bees. I'm anxious. I've peeked in the apiaries, but I haven't trealized anything yet, so there's I'm waiting with bated breath because we got this to look at, which is bound to be interesting, and a little bit of that too. And I think that's all we really got going on. And I made a mistake. Oh, great, so we're getting some stacking drones there. So this is our only cultivated princess. I made a mistake and cloned all those other drones through to or princesses rather, through to common, and what we really need is cultivated to cross with diligent. So now we've got just a bunch of common bees that don't really do us any good. Anyway, it's unfortunate, but there we are. Let's realize these guys, and hopefully, noble. Yes, okay, so we didn't get it last episode, but we got it first thing. If we'd have just waited one more generation, it's like I said, it was, oh, we already got a noble pinned up there. So now, what we want to do is come over to our breeding box. Actually, we can use this guy here. Set that back to extract. Get these guys out of here and put that guy in there. And that will breed us up 100,000 billion noble drones. No, but it'll give us a stack or so in the time that we have. So next, we're toying with unweary. We got a little bit of the unweary trait showing, peeking through. But now we need to cross cultivated and noble. So let's go over here to our breeding hives, to our mutation hives. And we've got a cultivated. Let's make sure that's pure breed. Should be, yeah, okay. And we know that's pure breed. Shorter life. Oh, look at this guy, fast worker trait. See, we could have potentially maybe bred that trait in, but then we'd be rabbit trailing off. Let's find one of these with some frames in it already. No. There we go. And then we also need to continue to cross our diligent and cultivated. So let's see if we take this diligent princess and we drop another princess in there, we can get her cloned over and we can cross, drop her in there and let her run out real quick. Let's go check. I don't think we've got anything going on over here. No, in fact I think I already checked. Okay, so I'm going to let these guys breed up real quick and we'll get back to this in a few minutes, and then we'll start talking about some future plans. But I don't want to get into that just quite yet. I want to gather my thoughts, so I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We've got some bees to clone up. That one I already made a queen, but we need to put a couple more drones in there because we got to make all these guys cultivated instead of common. That was a big waste of time. Should have been thinking ahead a little bit more. But what are you going to do? And then we've got the results of our previous work with the unweary from last episode. So we're going to throw those up there. I put this ancient princess back in and ended up with this. So now I'm thinking that we ought to probably try to keep that strain. And I think for as long as it's going to end up taking, we're going to want to do this in the bee house, because ancient diligent is probably what gets us to the next. If we cross these, we might accidentally breed to the next cross before we stabilize this. So we're going to throw this in here. I don't really see what's short, slow, nothing's changing. And we're going to see where we end up with that. That should be interesting. Let's ditch some of these drones. Don't need them. We'll keep that around until we prove that it isn't useful in some way. It might be. And then let's see what we got out of these two crosses. That's less than encouraging. And there's a little unweary there. So if you remember, we're looking for, are we still going for noble at all? We shouldn't be. The other one we should be looking for majestic. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Cultivated noble. Darn it. So we've learned that it's going to be more efficient to clone to clone her back to a cultivated bee. So let's do that. And probably need a couple more in there. And I believe we've got some room down here. Getting a little bit sloppy. But what are you going to do? Now let's talk a little bit about where we want to go. We talked about metal bees. The first metal bee probably, of course, being iron. I imagine we're going to want iron. So how do we get an iron ingot? There are two different processes. Oh, maybe there are not. Yes, so there are. You can get either these tiny piles of dust. I think nope. That those bees are not in this pack. Well, I didn't want to use them anyway. I was just going to talk about them for demonstration purposes, so that's fine. That's just fine. So what we're looking for is iron nuggets. And if we keep going through here, we will find no. get to the Ferris bee in any case. I was trying to get tricky and kind of have a tie in there, but it didn't really work. Okay, so the Ferris bee, yeah, it gives us iron nuggets. I must have just been searching the wrong nugget. It must have been yeah, that's got to be it. So this is what we want. We want the Ferris bee. How do we get it? Common and industrious. Well, we already have common, and we're well on our way to industrious, where actually these unweary bees we're like 1.5 mutations away right now. We just have to get, we have the unweary. In fact, let's put this guy, we don't really need him for anything breeding wise, so boink. There's a new species. We're not really stabilized, but we're going to claim that we have it anyway. So that is our first metal bee that we're going to try to be getting to. And then from there, the other thing that we're going to need are these resilient bees, which we get, oh no, robust. It's these tolerant. Yes, that's the beginning of that strain of that, which is diligent and rocky. And the problem with rocky, it doesn't show it on this little detail chart here, but the problem with rocky is they only produce one drone, so we can't get extra drones. We have one drone and we have one princess, which gives us 2 shots at a mutation right now with what we have, until we can somehow breed that and get some kind of extra drone production. So that's going to be kind of an immediate concern. In fact, I think we'll address that later this episode and see if we can come up with something clever to do with that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is this farm over here, briefly, just briefly. That's going to be our nut farm. That's going to provide our seed oil. And I think if we get a little bit clever and we cheat and use a little bit of other mod technology, we can run this off of the peat that farm is going to produce. Now, it's not producing any peat at the moment because it's out of peat. Because I haven't done the bog earth end of things. I've got it automated with Steve's Factory Manager, and that's the only piece that we're missing. So the next video is going to be part 2 of Steve's Factory Manager automation of that farm, and then we'll have some serious power going on, and we can progress a little bit faster. So what I want to do is put 3 big tanks here, forestry railcraft tanks. Start getting a little bit of a look around about the place and start getting some serious industrial bee action going on. And then we're going to put all of our production bees kind of out in this little meadow here. We'll build ourselves out a little platform, and that'll give us some room underneath to work. Let's go sleep. This is not conducive. There are monsters. I hate monsters. We hates the monsters. Oh, you know what we didn't do? When we were down here, let's do it while we're thinking about it. Is switch our bees around, and we're not getting anything yet because those other trees haven't grown. Oh dear. Those guys are 2x2s, aren't they? Yes, they are. Let's fix that. Rookie mistake, dude. Oh, they're down here. They're down here. Yeah, if we just withered. Great. Okay. That would explain why none of that was working. Okay, that should give us some better luck. We might have to come and prune some leaves back in order to give those hives access to the sky. Where were we before I got all distracted? Let's check on these guys. No, we're still cooking. Okay. Geez, what was I talking about before that? I think that was it. I think I was going to cut there and do a little bit of work getting these guys cloned over, and maybe see what happens with this before coming back. Yep, that's the plan. Okay, as far as right now. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm looking at? I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't ready. I wasn't going to come back, but do you see what I see? Let's see what that looks like. This could be a very rapid progression. Oh, yes. Yes, please, and thank you. Wow. I'm kind of speechless, actually. Bam. Unweary. Check. And now all those cultivated drones, all those cultivated guys. Oh no, we still need the cultivated in order to get the noble cross that we're after. Speaking of which, this guy is going really slow. But these guys are probably pure noble. They just have slightly different genetics is what I'm... Oh yeah, that's how it works. Stan, right click with the B in your hand and then... Yeah, okay. So that's a pure noble. And that's a pure noble. See, and we don't really care when these guys run out. We'll beelize them. Because we don't really care what their traits are or if they're identical. We just care that their species trait is both cultivated, is active and inactive. Everything else is irrelevant. So even as many generations as we've been cloning these, probably like 2 would be sufficient. The other thing that I wanted to point out to you guys real quick was this red queen that I found. Let's beelize her, because I don't even remember what we were crossing, so it must have been noble and diligent. We were cloning something. It was in this first box right here. Oh, don't go into the chest, thank you. And we were cloning a diligent bee, and we ended up with this red queen. So I'm thinking that we should those out of there. We should let her die off and see what comes of that. Now we've got this Rocky Princess. We've got basically 2 ways to go with the Rocky Princess. Well, 3 ways if you want to like just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. But we'd have to basically wait till the end game when we could extract genetic traits individually from a bee and then insert, so we could just give this bee a higher fertility rating. Or we can throw it in a hive and hope to get a mutation. That would be the diligent bee. I think we had to mix that with in order to get our resilient bee. Or we can throw it in a hive with this forest bee, because the forest bee, we haven't beelized that just yet, but if we beelize the forest bee, you can see that it has a fertility rating of 3. So the hopes there would be you have a 50-50 chance, basically. You're either going to come out with a bee that produces 1 offspring or a bee that produces 3 offspring. And then you have to figure out how to stabilize both the Rocky trait and the 3 times fertilization trait. Now the other trick to this game right here specifically is that both the Rocky bee and the forest bee are hive bees, which means they have the chance to mutate into the common bee. Now we absolutely don't want a mutation in this case, because that would be the end of the strain. We would lose our Rocky bees. So that is yet another job. This is going to be a long, hard, painful road, and there's every possibility we're going to lose this Rocky bee. But 1 Rocky bee by itself is no guarantee of anything anyway. You only are going to get this by playing the numbers game. So we're just taking a risk. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to see how this plays out. The sun's going down, so I'm going to cut the clip here, and I'm going to sleep and let these bees keep cycling through, and I'll be back when we've made a little bit of progress. Hey there, everybody. We're back. I had to go to bed.
and get back up. So it's the next day in real life. Let's see, we've got our, nope, wrong chest. We've got our ancient bees. These are the 3 that we pulled out of the box. I haven't beealized them yet. And this is our one holdover from our last operation. And then we've got our 3 cultivated princesses that we've cloned and our 3 noble drones to cross them with. So, we've got some frames in here, yeah. Okay. Start with these guys. Get them running. No frames. Let's grab a couple. Did we get 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I didn't see the other one there. And then let's check out these bees. Oh, and we got one other thing to check on too. Right here. Yeah, we got our rocky forest cross going on, and that is not the most promising of results. See, we only have the 1 drone here, which means that that trait we were looking for, the 3 times fertility, probably didn't take. Fortunately, we still have a rocky active trait. Let's look a little more into this. Rocky forest, so we have 3 times fertility as a secondary trait, but not as the primary. Let's see what this bee's got. Forest rocky. It also has the 3 times as the secondary, but only 1 time as the primary. Oh, see, this gets us into really sketchy territory because it'd be really easy to breed the rocky. My temptation is to cross it with another forest bee and try to bring this up, but the risk, oof, boy, the risk, I don't know, guys, that's a tough one. We're gonna have to take some kind of a chance. It's either that or go dig up more bees. That's the guarantee if you got pure bees to keep crossing to. Ancient diligent, I think that's what it was before, so no change there. Ancient diligent, ancient. So let's go ahead and run this through. Yeah, we still don't want a mutation there, so let's leave them in this bee house. No mutations. I don't know, guys. I think anything we do is a risk. We should go pin up. Well, we don't even have any. Well, there's no point. Let's grab a forest bee. I think that's the way to go, because the rocky trait is no use to us if we don't have the 3 times fertility. So you lose 1. You know, we'll get more of these rocky bees. I'm about to get a quarry set up here within the next few episodes, not of this series, of course, but on the server play proper series, I will be hooking up a quarry. So we'll be getting a little bit more of a steady supply of those bees. I have not seen hardly any of them running around in the dungeons and stuff. Okay, so we've got these diligent bees. Okay, that guy's cloned. Good. Let's take her over here. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys, the red bees. Let's check them out. In the meantime, let's let her run through her cycle. Maybe we should rest so all these bees that we're putting in boxes can be doing stuff for us instead of just sitting there camping. Okay, that's better. Now let's go see about these red bees. Oh, I already grabbed them. Okay. Red diligent. So this was a diligent noble cross. I don't know if we covered that or not. It was an accidental. Red diligent. Noble diligent. Well, that's no help. So I guess we'll cross those again, and I think we'll run them in a bee house as well, just to avoid any unwanted mutations. What we got here? Forest rocky. We're going to save that because that rocky trait, if we have one bee with even a recessive rocky trait, that means we have the possibility of reviving it if we need to. So we've been breeding these diligent bees a lot, and I was thinking that we needed to get all the way to it goes diligent, unweary, industrious. So I was thinking we had to get all the way to industrious to get these stringy combs, but we don't. And the cool thing about stringy combs, if we go and just watch a cycle, propolis. We've been waiting for propolis. Oh yes, we have no power. Everything, I'm cheating a little bit. Everything is half done, awaiting filming for other episodes, other series. I really need to shoot a tutorial video for Steve's Factory Manager. So I got the second farm set up. You can see right there, all the substrate is under there. I put dirt over it. So that's ready to go as well. We're just kind of waiting. I really need to film that, like I said, and get some full-time power going. And that's what that's waiting for. So we're just cheating right now with this Stirling generator. Yeah. And then, so let's look up. This is our perfect opportunity. This is what we've been waiting for, actually. We just need paper and propolis. So, if we can go to spawn without crashing, let's see here. I have trouble. Okay, perfect. I have trouble for some reason teleporting around the map. I don't know why. I'm the only person who seems to have that trouble. Look at that. That's really cool. I haven't seen this before. This must be someone's build. Probably Zuku, I'm guessing. That is a good time. That's a very interesting build. Whoa. Oh, poke myself on a cactus. Very interesting. Although it looks an awful lot like Germ's style, I have to say. Watching some of his streams, it kind of looks like the way he builds stuff. Don't know what it is. Doesn't seem to be a way in. Interesting. Okay, back to business. Let's go harvest up some sugar cane. This is the sugar cane that I planted for the guys on the server. We just had kind of a community farm. But it's nice because it just kind of grows and it's here whenever you need it. Not as much anymore because nobody's really hanging out at spawn. But we still got a pretty decent supply. That's why you could see like it wasn't all fully grown. Go back home. Boop. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Oh, whew. Okay. What? No. What? Go through the portal. Stay through the portal. Good boy. Good stand. Good little avatar. Okay. So we got that. We need propolis. Let's grab what we got ready here. 22 should be plenty. So if we take all this sugar cane, make some paper, we can go paper. You know what though? Oh yeah, okay, it's not good. And then we need to make stamps. Honey drops, paper, appetite. So we need honey drops and paper. That's our key ingredient. So we got a little bit of paper left over, not as much as I might like. Was that for just one? No, that gets you 9. Okay, that's good. That's good. Honey drop. Not a very good chance of hitting the honey drop on these guys, it doesn't appear. But the propolis looks like 100%. Let's find out. This is kind of important, actually. 40% on the honey drop, 100% on the propolis. So that's good to know. Like if you're planning a system that's automated, you've got to know what those outputs are, or else you're not going to get what you need. Let's see. We've got a bunch of just regular old honeycomb in here. Whoops. Uses for that. 90% chance on the honey drop there, so that's quite a bit better. Let's go and change this out. We don't need propolis right at this exact minute. And not any more propolis anyway, I should say. Okay, that looks good. Unfortunately, it's not really very much paper. And I don't think I have... We'll have to go back to the other base. I don't think I have what it takes to craft those things. Whoa, eject. Okay, so up here we've got apatite ore. I think we determined last time that putting that in the pulverizer was the more efficient idea. So we'll do that. And that's for the small ones, but we're going to want more than that, I think, because we're going to be wanting to send items back and forth. So let's see, we need copper for those, tin for those, gold. Hello? Apparently there's no recipe for those. Okay. So copper, tin, gold, and apatite. Let's see what we got in the old ingot chest here. What? Is there really a mob in my base? Dude, you don't even know. That's not cool. I like how their little feet stick out from the bottoms of the armor that they wear. Little bony legs. It's so funny looking. Okay, sorry about that. We needed... I don't have any copper in here. There we go. And we got no inventory space, of course. That's all standard. That's got no room in there either. Oops, wrong guy. Okay, we'll get rid of some hardened ice and some redstone, and we should be good. I know I run pretty small tolerance on my let's take this paper too. Pretty small tolerances on my inventory. And then it was gold. Okay, we'll just take it all. I can bring it back later. Part of the reason that I have inventory troubles is because I always just grab the whole stack of stuff, and then I have 8 of them left over at the end. How? Honey drops? Yes. Not very many of those. Alrighty, so what was it? It was, oh, we didn't grab our apatite. That's okay, I don't think that we're really going to want a lot of those low value ones early on, because I want to send stuff to people, which is probably going to take the higher tier stamps. So I think that we will start with tin. Get a bunch of those, and a bunch of those, and a bunch of those. And then, did we get our letters? Yes, we did. I'm not sure how to do any of this, actually. Okay, we can't pick that up. Do we right click? Can only write one letter at a time. Okay. No recipient. No trade station available of that name. Okay, so let's try Zuku 0. Did I get his name right? Yeah. Okay, stamps needed. Hey there. Here are some letters and stamps to get the mail system going. Have fun. Enjoy. Perfect. Now we want to... 1, 2, 3... No? Can we not? Okay, what happens if we add a stamp? Then can we add items? I thought we could put items in there. Oh, we can put stamps in there. Can't put letters in there, so... Huh. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay, so... Stamps... Let's send him some stamps. 5 stamps. I wonder... Let's see, maybe there wasn't enough? No, you just can't do the letters. Okay, so let's find out how much postage we actually need. 4. Well, Zuku, I'm assuming you'll probably watch this at some point. We can't do the letters through the mail, so I will have to distribute those in some other way. Okay, so that letter is set. It's addressed. You can see it's got the stamp on it. Let's run back to the other base real quick. Hello. Oh, I think it's sent. Yeah, we just clicked it on there and it's sent. Sweet. Okay. We've sent mail to Zuku. I will send mail to the rest of the guys off camera because that's at best fun to watch one time. I should have dropped the mailbox on this at this base, but oh well. We'll get it figured out. Let's see where we're at. We got some bees brewing up. Majestic. Yes. Yes. That's what we're after. We really need inventory space. Let's get these stamps out of here. We needed some crafting materials here at this base anyway. I've been having to run back and forth for even just little things. Earlier I had to make a piston and I had to go back. It was kind of ridiculous. R. And get rid of you. That'll do. Let's see what we got here. This is exciting. Pew, pew, pew. Nothing majestic in that lot. And a stacking drone. Hey, hey, hey. That, when you see all red like that, or all mutations, that's a promising sign. Let's do this. And I don't think we care about that guy, so we'll put him in there for the minute. See what we got here. Majestic Noble. Majestic Noble. Give me something pure. Majestic Noble. Majestic Noble. Majestic Cultivated. So Cultivated and Noble make Majestic. So these two bees, this is a great time to go pin some stuff. What was it? It was Cultivated and, Majestic and Cultivated, and then the drone that we're going to process it with is, which one was it? Majestic and Noble. Majestic and Noble. So we need a Noble drone in order to make this example work. Do I have one? Yes. Okay, so what was it now? Majestic and Cultivated. And the other one was Majestic and Noble. This is exactly why we have this little system. See, now we can see that Majestic and Cultivated, I don't believe there's any mutation there. No known mutations. Majestic is easy money. Majestic and Noble actually does create Imperial bees. So we have a chance of skipping to Imperial, or we have a chance of getting this Majestic and Cultivated to cross, Cultivated and Noble rather, to cross back to another Majestic. So we have no real action going on up here, and a 50-50 shot at either solidifying the strain or losing it to a new one. But I think, all in all, that's still our best option. We don't really have a better play at this point. So I just wanted to throw it up there so we could all kind of see what our expected results would be. So let's... which one was it? I bet it was this one. Majestic Cultivated, yes. And Majestic Noble, yes. And I'm not sure that these soul frames are going to help or hinder us necessarily, so we'll just leave that how it is. Now these other guys, Cultivated Princess, Unknown Genome, how did we not realize that? Maybe because it was in the hotbar. Cultivated Noble. That's not particularly helpful. So these others, then we want to clone back to cultivated, pure cultivated you. We lost one of our princesses along the way. I don't know if anybody happens to have noticed that, but yeah, we had more princesses before, and one of our ignobles died. Is that it? Am I missing a princess here? No, that's all of them. Okay. And then these bees are junk. Oh, the forest rocky is not. The forest rocky we want to hang on to. Ancient diligent. That will keep. That's a purebred unweary. And that stuff will keep. Alright. I'm gonna press on just a little bit longer. I know this episode is getting a little bit long in the teeth, but I'm gonna cut away, and I'm gonna see if we can't solidify this majestic strain, and or get to one of these two end strains in this episode. But we've got time for maybe 2 more generations, so I'll be back. Okay, guys. So these guys are still cloning over. We got one ready to go. And then we pulled this guy, Majestic Noble, out of one of these boxes. So we got some kind of an accidental mutation there, which is potentially useful. If we cross that with a Noble drone, we might get good things. Actually, if we cross that with a Diligent drone, we have a pretty good shot at stabilizing that Majestic trait. So let's, I think over here, we've got this Diligent Princess breeding up. So let's put a Diligent drone. Oh, we need a Diligent Princess. Well, we don't have that available to us at the moment. Because this Diligent needs to cross with this Unweary in order to get Industrious. So, we better... Hello. Switch this guy first. Wait. Get our frames in there. Do what we can to ensure a mutation. Diligent, yes. So Diligent and Unweary, as you can see from the signs, we breed Diligent back with, Unweary back with Diligent, and when that gets us to the next one. Okay, so that's that box. And then we've got our Majestic Princess. Look at that. That's an Imperial drone. Let's see what this is all about. This could be some good stuff. Majestic, purebred. Look at this. 4 times. That's great if you just want to produce extra drones. It's not great. And purebred Majestic drone. And Imperial Noble. Which Noble... So if we cross this back with a Majestic, we should be able to get Imperial out of that, but it's going to be some time because we've got to put these guys in a box and let them cycle through. So here we've got Noble, Unweary, Majestic. Soon we'll have a pile of drones. So this is how you're doing it. These are the ones that you want to use to get your stock of drones. And then occasionally, if you look up in these chests, you get good things. This is where I found that red bee. But nothing super happy today. Got a lot of these cocoa combs. That's good. In fact, let's start centrifuging those up and see what we get. Maybe we can just do this. Uses. Oh. 50% chance at some cocoa beans. That's pretty sweet stuff. Haha. And these we're going to set aside. We're going to want them later for the automation. If you're interested in how to automate the farms, I suggest that you catch at least the first 2 episodes of the Steve's Factory Manager tutorial series, because they deal specifically with automating those farms, and I'm including them in the Forestry playlist. I think at this point though, oh, there was one other. We wanted to check this box, which doesn't look too promising. It's a forest drone that's only yielding a single offspring. So we've basically gotten the worst. Oh, well, but look at that. See, we've got 3 times and 3 times. So that right there is where we want it to be. And we've still got Rocky as a recessive trait, or inactive trait as they call it. Now this bee, however, is not going to help us at all. So what we really need is another Rocky drone to cross this bee with, and we don't have that. I'm going to put her back in here, and oh wait, yes we do. Rocky drone. It's a little bit risky, but you know, sometimes you got to take chances. So we'll let her do her thing. What do we got in here? They're still working. It's nighttime. Oh, hello. Can we sleep here? Nope, can't sleep on giant mushrooms apparently. Probably because I was half on the edge. It was asking me if I wanted to sleep in the air. Okay, well guys, I think that's about as far as we're going to get in this episode. This is pretty much as long as I want an episode to run anymore. So, we're doing well. We're doing well. We've got our majestic bee. Oh, no we don't. Do we have a... Yeah, we've got a drone that we can use to put up on our board here and keep track of our species. Now, again, that's not a stable species just yet, but I think we're really close. So until next time, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I cannot stress enough how much that really helps me out and encourages me to keep doing these videos, because you know I spend hours and hours to film a 40-minute video for you guys, and knowing that somebody out there is taking a second to click that like button, because it takes me hours, it only takes you a second. So there's the trade, okay? And maybe if 100,000 of you all give me 1 second of your time, I'll want to give you hours and hours of my time, just a little bit more. So anyway, subscribe if you like forestry, subscribe if you like tutorials, subscribe if you like Afrobiristan, and as always, have a great day.